Well, back once again with the Classic Auto Mall Show. Hey, I'm producer J.R. Russ, and Steve Safier is with us. And where's Stewart? Where'd he go?
Stewart is out with Tony Angelo and Michael from Stay Tuned, and they're out looking at cars. And I don't know if he's buying a car, but he's certainly knows a lot about cars, and he's maybe giving Stewart a lesson or two on some of these hot rods we have in stock.
He knows a lot.
He sure does, and it's great to have him here. Wow, what a great guest. And I've been a big fan of his and watching his videos for a long time. And of course, he was on Hot Rod Garage on television. So yeah, really cool to have him here. And he's a Pennsylvania native, so that's even better.
Yep.
I'm going to run down the new arrivals that Stewart has picked out. Unfortunately, he can't do them like I said because he's out there in the mall with Tony Angelo. But let's start with a 1972 Chevy C10 short bed pickup truck. It's stock number 6318. It's out in the mall here. It's a beautiful red and white. It's that sort of two-tone thing that was very trendy back in the 60s and 70s. This one has a 350 crate V8 engine, a rebuilt turbo hydromatic 350 automatic transmission, new suspension, power front discs. You can basically drive this thing anywhere. It's lowered, so it's not standard height as they were in 1972. Great looking truck. You know, 72s have such a great front end, good looking truck. And this one is great for show and go, as I like to say.
Yeah, and you said it's got the crate 350. Does the crate come with it?
Yes, it does, actually.
It
absolutely does. They deliver it usually with forklifts, and crate comes with it.
Oh, that's good to know. Those are good-looking trucks. I like that model year. You know, that genre, I guess you would say.
It's very popular and very hot, and I wrote up an 88 pickup truck yesterday, and I feel like they're kind of on their way up the collectible totem pole, as I said. They're just 10 years behind the 70s trucks, essentially.
You know, so many of us who love classic cars, there's something from our youth, and that youth, if they were born in 1980 or 1970, for example, now they're coming up with the 80s and 90s cars were the cars of their youth.
Exactly right. Next one on the list is a 1971 Ford Bronco. It's stock number 6321. If you are looking for one of these classic Broncos that has been completely retrofitted and show ready, this is the one. This one has diamond stitch leather seating. The interior has been completely redone. It's got a blueprinted 302, another crate V8 engine, putting out 316 horsepower. And you might say, well, 316 horsepower doesn't sound like a whole lot, but on a truck like this, that's more than enough power. It's a near flawless build, and it's got the Holley Sniper electronic fuel injection. What that is basically like an electronic fuel injection carburetor. It's a whole system that you can monitor via computer.
Way better than a standard carburetor.
It'll start every time without much tuning. Actually, like I said, you can tune it on your phone.
And by the way, it's a beautiful light blue metallic over saddle, and I love the saddle color.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. The color combination on this one is spectacular. In fact, I just was noticing Stewart showing Tony Angelo this one out there. It's close. It's by the car specialist area over there, and it's just a spectacular build. Striking color combination, and of course, no expense spared on this.
And a 4-speed automatic, right?
Yeah, that's right. On this 1971 Ford Bronco stock number 6321. If you're in the market for one, I think we have 4 or 5 classic Broncos in inventory right now in stock, and so at all different levels. So check out the website classicautomall.com.
All right, now this is my favorite you got coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm going to skip it then.
Okay.
1961 Chevy Corvette Convertible.
Oh yeah.
Stock number 6324. Really unbelievable car. Roman red and ermine white. Do you know what an ermine is? I've asked
ermine, I guess they say. It's like a fur coat, or little animals they made into furs, like mink.
It is. It is like a mink, actually. Yeah. It's a little weasel that lives in the Arctic and Canada, and it's pure white.
Yep.
Pure white. So they've used that name for the color. Numbers matching 270 horsepower, 283 cubic inch V8 in this car. Borg Warner T10 4-speed manual. Again, striking color combination. This was a year of first and last for Corvette. It was the first year to lose the big tooth grille, the first with restyled Stingray tail, and the first year for exhaust pipes that exit below the bumper instead of through it or through the bodywork.
Yeah, I love that look. Instead of the rounded rear end, I like more the Stingray look.
A little sharper look.
Yeah.
It was also the year of last, including the final year for the 283 cubic inch V8, the last model with wide white wall tires, and we say goodbye to the contrasting Cove colors after 1961, which were that sort of iconic inside shape on the bottom side of the car. Yeah,
the C part that kind of cuts in.
Yeah, exactly.
Or indented.
Exactly. It made them iconic, but eventually they did away with them. 1967 Dodge Dart GT Convertible. Stock number 6325 here in inventory for Classic Auto Mall. White over black. It's got the 225 cubic inch slant 6-cylinder. Very nice paint. Nice chrome on this car. Near showroom interior, which means if this car was new in a showroom back in 1967, it kind of looks exactly as it did then. A904 automatic transmission, and just a beautiful, beautiful top-down cruiser car. So yeah, this is a black top over white, and I believe the interior is black as well. So love these old convertibles. Really cool stuff. Next car on the list of new arrivals is a 1970 Dodge Challenger RT hardtop, stock number 6330, walnut metallic over black. This is kind of an uncommon, I mean, it's not uncommon. We just don't see them that much, but I looked it up when I wrote this car up. It was not that uncommon to see a sort of walnut metallic Dodge back in 1970. It was a very common, in fact, brown was a pretty common color.
And brown and black is a good combination.
Always a great combination. This is a spectacular car as well. Great paint. 3 owners from new, which is pretty amazing. The broadcast sheet, which basically is like the birth certificate of the car, tells you what the build was. A freshly worked 440 cubic inch V8.
A big boy.
Big one. Numbers matching A833 manual transmission and super track pack.
The track pack, baby.
With a Dana 60 rear end axle. So that's a really spectacular muscle car here. That's again the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT hardtop.
I've rented a couple of the newer Challengers, and I just love driving them. I'm disappointed that they're going to stop making them. Maybe for a while, they might go away. And
that's right.
Back,
I believe it's a hiatus.
But they're the truest rebirth of the original classics over the Mustang and the Camaro.
Yeah, I agree. They really do pick up a lot of the design cues, and you see one come in, and it definitely has a lot of the markers of the early cars. So,
but if you want the original, there's a 1970 right here, RT.
That's right. Speaking of old cars made new again, here's a 2014 Chevy Camaro 2SS Coupe, and that's obviously one of the option packages. 2SS, stock number 6332, 27,000 actual miles on this car. It's Blu-ray metallic over jet black, meaning the interior, and bright blue. So it's got sort of a two-tone inside. One owner car. And again, 27,000 miles. So this person bought this car in 2014 and just used it for weekends or cruise night. Or
fun. Yep.
Yeah, just for good times. Garage kept all to life. Well appointed, meaning highly optioned. And again, it has the 6.2 liter L99 426 horsepower V8, fuel injected, backed by a 6L80E 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, some people prefer a stick shift. Some people prefer an automatic. After having a stick shift for the last year, I can tell you I'm going back to automatic at some point. It's a little tedious. And that's it for the new inventory here at Classic Auto Mall. Be sure to check out the website. Obviously, we've had some great guests in the past. If you want to go back and listen to some of the old shows, whether that's you can go to our website, classicautomall.com, and up in the top left-hand corner, I think there's a podcast link there.